cheering you on.
Hey guys, I may have go away heat, but these guys have true heel heat. So you better listen to the podcast or else I'm gonna kick you in your fucking cock and balls.
I'll get it.
All right, hello, True Heel Heat. I'm the AEW World Champion MJF. Just in case you're deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, or since you listen to this podcast, or you're listening to True Heel Heat, and I apologize for that.
Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel, as well as True Hill Heat Facebook and Twitter for our Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 3, Bygones review. Breaking down this past week's Raising Kanan episode, where we found out that Rock ain't shit. I am here as always with the beautiful, the lovely princess of all the true heels, Miss Krssi Love. How are you doing this week, Krssi?
I am doing well, thank you. What's up, peeps? Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning if you're watching this in the morning. I don't know. But yeah, hey. But now I understand what you meant when we did our flagship show on Saturday. If you missed it, he said this. SP said, Rock ain't shit, and I was like, well, well, she's not the best mom. And I was, and our special guest was there too, and they was like, yeah, but I didn't understand what they meant, and now I get it. Yeah, she really is not like. It's you ain't shit, sis. Like, I'm sorry, I can't even condone foolishness. Like, this ain't even about you. Like, everything it's not all about you. Like, you got get over it.
So someone's dying, but you're mad at them. You're mad at them for dying.
Right. You're mad because she said, I want to die. No.
And it's the fact that she's like, oh, you think a family dinner is supposed to make it right? Bitch, you did the same shit in season 2.
You did. Matter of fact, she did. She said she had a dinner for everyone to come over, and yeah.
Here we are. But yes, we are here to discuss Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 3. We talked about it a little bit, like you said, on the flagship podcast with the good brother Cam Hawkins. And yeah, he was absolutely right with his assessment. Raising Kanan is the best writing. Because you get upset, you get emotionally invested in this a lot more than the other two books since the OG series.
Yes, I agree. It definitely has the better writing for out of all of the shows, except for like the original series. But after like season 4, but other than that, it's great.
Yeah. We said peak power is seasons 1 through 4. 5 is good, has its issues. 6 is like, especially the extra episodes. It's like y'all didn't use these extra episodes in the right way.
Reason. Yeah, yep. They did it all. It was all it went downhill after that. But other than that, great writing, great people. Keep the same energy. I think besides the original intro, I think this is the second best intro song intro. So yeah. But yeah, Rock is just a person that's just selfish. She thinks that she's doing everything for everyone else, but in fact, she's doing it for her own self. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now.
Indeed. We're going to talk all about it. We appreciate y'all if you're joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Either way, show your appreciation back the simplest way possible. Drop the thumbs up on this video. You can also share this video with all your Power Universe fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're new to the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel, we're here every week with our Power Book 3 Raising Kanan reviews for Season 4. We also do our Daredevil Born Again Season 1 reviews on Sunday. So you got a lot to enjoy here on the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel. We'll have some sports content for you to enjoy as well. True off season with Chase and Stat King. Me and Chris will have to team up to talk about some NBA playoffs, which is about to kickstart in a couple of weeks' time. So you got a lot to enjoy here as we're on the march. We're on like 155 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers here on the channel.
What?
So
nice.
Coming very close. So appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join us for all the content that we do here. But yes, we got a lot to discuss from this episode. And we got our good brother DeMarcus Vaughn in the chat. Good to see you, good sir. I'll be seeing you in the comments for Mark Dark TV as well. He be dropping some gems, some good jokes in there about some of the Power Book 3 Raising Kanan content. He says it wasn't a sunny day for Richard by Unique hit rock bottom. No pun intended. No, that was the pun intended.
Pun. You keep saying no pun, but you keep giving the puns anyway. Yep.
We also got DeMarcus who says Crystal is a younger version of Rock. Rock see herself in Crystal. I see Crystal as a younger version of Monet more than Rock.
Or Tasha.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, younger version of Tasha trying to put Ghost in the penthouse and stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of Crystal with Kanan right now. DeMarcus says Rock will tell Kanan that Crystal is only with him for a come up. Rock was only with DEFCON for a come up because DEFCON was left-handed.
What DeMarcus? Okay, well.
I love it. I love it. We also got DeMarcus who says Rock is a hypocrite because she knew that Howard was Kanan's father and tries to get Kanan to smoke Howard, but got mad that Kanan knew that Joyce was dying from cancer. Yeah. She's very much a hypocrite. That's the biggest thing. And that's one thing that I always get annoyed with TV characters when they're a hypocrite, and Rock is definitely that.
Yep. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Rock, and again, like you said, she ain't shit because you made this about you. Like the lady, and you know how much it took her to do this whole meal? Like she really didn't even want to do this. Like she only did it because of her grandson. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you probably should just let everyone know. So we keep living all these damn secrets, which is very true. But if I think they would have been really more upset if she didn't say anything, especially you saw the reaction from the guys. And then Rock just threw it a whole another way. So it's just sis, relax.
Relax. Why it always gotta be about you?
It's not about you, right?
You're not even the oldest child. You the middle child. Why the middle child always the loudest though? My sister is like that. I love my sister. And I'll defend my sister against my mom and my older sister all the time. But nah, she is the first one to talk up and speak the loudest.
It is
middle child syndrome.
Middle child syndrome. My brother and myself. It's always the one in the middle and the one at the very last. It's always those two. That always got to do the most. So always be like, oh, woe is me. Why y'all not doing this for me? Blah blah blah. Yeah, I defend them. Yes, I love them to death, but they full of shit and they just be doing the most.
They do. Let us know if you have a middle child in your family that's like that. But let's talk about this episode 3, which was Bygones. This is following up from the how we ended last week's episode 2, with Unique killing Andre. And this dude is still on the hunt. He's still on a rampage, because we start off this episode with Richard and
Big ass
Sunny.
rampage.
They are at their restaurant. They're just taking out the garbage outside while discussing the
Minding their
former's
business.
nephew, minding their goddamn business. In the previous episode, you had Marvin caught the nephew stealing from the Thomas family's drug stash.
Yep.
Richard and Sunny are startled when Unique comes out of the shadows, literally on the same night he kills Andre. This dude is like, oh, I'm not done yet. Let me go over to this Chinese spot and cause a rampage over there. He points the gun at them. He takes them both inside and orders them to fill up his bag with drugs and money. Despite carrying out his orders, they tried to Sunny, the wife tried to give him the lady from the store in Don't Be a Menace to South Central, like drinking your juice in the hood. Like, hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. You go now. She tried to hurry up and buy him. And Unique pulls the plug on both of them, shoots them right square, right in the stomach to both, shoot them straight up, and with a silencer on at that too. With like he needed that.
Yeah.
And leaving them for dead. You have the lovely moment, the wholesome moment where they die together, looking at each other with their heads meeting as the life pours out of them and blood at the same time. Then we move over to Marvin's home, where Jukebox is woofing down food as she explains how the army kept her starved most days. And this is how you know Jukebox is Marvin's daughter, because she was woofing down that food like she was Marvin.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that part. And I was like, damn, she hungry? Shit. Like, but that's her father's child. That's
works like that.
Works like that. I mean, they starved her. She was hungry. And he was like, damn, slow down. You tell people to slow down. You nigga, you always got a snack. Stop.
He eats sunflower seeds or chips all the time, and he know how to cook. He know how to cook though. He hooked it up for her, and she was wolfing down all that food. But before we get into what happened next at Marvin's house, any thoughts on Sunny and Sunny, what is his name? Richard and Sunny, them going down in this episode. I mean, it was inevitable that this was going to happen, and we kind of saw this in the coming attractions, but it's just like, god damn.
You making Unique be like he's like the, I don't even know what super.
This nigga's like the Punisher.
You're right. Okay, okay, fine. The Punisher, fine. It's just like this dude comes out at a dark time. No one knows what he is. He's alive. People keep seeing him, but they don't know who he is really, like Crystal. And we're gonna get to that point, but like people keep seeing him, and he just like just running around like he know he's supposed to be in hiding, like the guy told him to do, but no, he's just out here to just get revenge on everybody.
Everybody in his wake. He was like, they done forgot about him. Nigga, they didn't forget about you. They thought you were dead. Like what the fuck? What the fuck? This nigga has not put any thought into this plan at all. It feels like.
And the person
he's just going off emotion.
Right, he's going off emotion. Like that would have been the first place I went to. The last person I saw, and the first person I'm going to see is her. Because again, she didn't order this for you. Your brother did this, and you know your brother did it.
And if you thought about this for even a second, even like a split second and a half, your brother hated Rock. Your brother hated Rock with a passion. Why would you think that he's working with Rock now? I don't get that. I'm really confused, because I know they explained. He's just seeing red. I know they explained that he's different now. He's going through stuff. But I'm just saying, like, dude, put a little bit of thought into this.
Just a little bit. Because again, if you knew Rock y'all really had feelings for each other. And no one, you had a secret relationship that only y'all two knew about. So that's why I'm gonna really just like go and talk to her and see like what's like after homeboy nursed me back to health. I'm gonna go see her. I left my lady I didn't leave my lady, but I was like I had a whole relationship behind my lady back with her. Just saying, like I mean, he
Very
didn't
true. Very
he
true.
didn't really leave the girl. He just like just had a secret relationship with the girl. The girl found out, but she never like said it. She just all right, Unique. That's what you're gonna do. Whatever. Like I'm not gonna keep doing this with you. But here we are. But yeah, I think the whole Unique something's got. Like, hopefully by next episode he like bump his head and like realize like he need to go talk to homegirl. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah. I'm hoping that eventually we get this conversation. But I mean, after taking out Andre and Richard and Sonny, you would think that we're gonna get either in episode 4 or episode. Usually they save this stuff for episode 5 with the power seasons. That's when probably Rock will realize that it's unique.
Yeah, because he's like, and she's getting pressures. Like now you getting all my now you messing with all my money now. It's like, come on, sir. Like, what's happening?
Yeah. We got in the chat here DeMarcus saying that he said Andre body is still stankins just like Salim for Powerbook 2 Ghost. Yes, I hope the cops find Rich Andre's body, unlike in Ghost where they never found Salim's body, or we never saw it. At least we never even heard about it again.
Nothing about Salim at all. Poor Salim. Salim was like a casualty of war. Like he didn't even deserve it. Like he was just like.
I swear, the more weeks that go by from that last season of Ghost, the more I'm just like, man, that was a bad season because of all the loose ends that it left.
That's also very, very true. That is, yeah, they could have done so much more. And I think because they decided to cancel it so last minute, once they were in mid-season of filming, made everything be rushed and like unthought of. And we're just going to like leave everything all in like a mystery, which is dumb. Like, because they think we're stupid.
That probably is the worst season out of everything since the OG Power.
Yes.
Season 4 of Ghost. I think even Power Book 4 Force, the first season is better than that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I like
and
Force,
Raising Kanan, all the seasons is better than that. I say Ghost's best season was season 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree.
That was their best season, but here we are. We got DeMarcus who says, I love when Crystal stood up to Rock. Rock low-key impressed and respect Crystal. More of like I don't have time to deal with this. That's what I felt from that scene.
I felt like that's what I felt like. Yeah, I don't think Rock is like low impressed with her because she don't even really know the girl. Like she just seen him just like okay, like any other mother would do to like, their son's other significant others. Anywho, I think it'll give some time when Rock be like, "This little heifer, like, get out of here!" Like before she threatens her or anything like that. But I don't think Rock is at all fazed by this girl. Rock don't give a shit. Like, you see, she don't even give a shit about a damn mama. She don't give a shit about that damn girl. Please.
Exactly. We got DeMarcus who says, what y'all think about Lamar Jackson being in Raising Kanan as E-Tone? If this is the start of introducing the RSKs, I'm with it. I'm with it. If he's a part of the Miami RSKs, like the rumor that I heard, I'll be down with it because that is like whenever you have stories that loop back to the OG Power and it's like giving you more of like the prequel to a lot of OG Power stuff with the RSKs and everything like that, I'm here for it. So if it's for that, it's great. The fake fade that he had on from the pictures that I've seen, not so much. What do you think about Lamar Jackson being in Power?
I'm not mad at it. I'm here for it. Like you said, it's just the when you try to like recreate and like do things from that era, and then they get like the different like it gets like a little like we're doing too much, guys. Come on, it's okay.
Sometimes they do too much, but here we are. We still here for it because it's Power.
Right. So It's fine. Whatever.
But yes, continuing on, like I was saying, Jukebox is wolfing down food, and Marvin asks his daughter what her plan is when the officials come knocking, inquiring about why she deserted her post. She says that she has it all figured out. Her father suggests that maybe she should try going back to school, which Jukebox looks like she's going to put some thought into. Then they get a knock on the door. More on that in a bit.
Okay, you're too
Kanan.
smart for this. You're too smart. You should be in school, like, use your abilities. I was like, look at Marvin being a dad. Look at him.
Oh, he's come such a long way from season 1 when he
Yo.
yoked her up. That's season 1 is when they was like, all right, we want you to hate Marvin, so it's
Right.
better when we redeem him.
Yep.
So Kanan talks with his grandmother about the possibility of reconciling with the rest of the family after he brings her medicine. He wants her to see everyone before she passes away, which seems inevitable based on her doctor's diagnosis. Joyce reminds her grandson that Rock is still his mom and he should keep in touch with his family. As expected, the army comes calling at Marvin's doorstep. Jukebox sits down with them to hear out their case. However, she has no plans in returning. When they keep persisting with their angle, she just blurts out, "I'm gay." Like,
Yeah, right, exactly.
I was like, yo, that was a good plan. That was a good plan because you saw.
Like, I don't want to be a part of this. Like, I'm gay. And she was really like low-key not really feeling them for doing that. And then they was just saying like they kicked people out of it, and it was like not cool, the way like she really like. I think that's another reason why she left too, because she didn't like how they was treating people that were gay.
Yeah, when she saw the guy that was a part of her coup, she basically, when he got kicked
That was
out
cool
for
with,
having the gay magazine, she was that was like the point where she was like, if I can't be myself, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, yep, that's it.
So they seem to be taken aback by her words and reconsider their offer. Jukebox wants an entry-level separation, which they are hesitant to accept. However, when she shows no interest in displaying any patriotic zeal, the officials are compelled to grant her wish. I love how she just stood her ground on them, and she got a better kind of like better way out than the homie that they found the gay magazines for, because she just let it be known. She wasn't trying to hide it. She was like, I'm gay. I don't want to go back there. If I can't be myself, I don't want to be there. So give me an entry level separation. She basically negotiated. Man, we need her a part of all the negotiations for the drug side of the family.
You know what? And maybe that's how she gets in the game. Who knows? Because she's smart, and she was like, nah, we're not gonna do this or whatever. Like they don't want the kids in the game, but like look at Kanan. Kanan was like, F y'all, I'm gonna do it anyway. And he did it anyway. So why not add another damn kid to the damn family business? We need someone in the and she know how to shoot. That's what she's good at as well. So
So then we move over to Lulu. Lulu faces some issues with his new star, B-Rilla, who has no place to stay, and he's staying on his couch making a mess. After signing him as part of his talent roster in the last episode, Lulu finds his hands full as the rapper squats in his cramped apartment. The former is unhappy about the situation, but there's no alternative as B-Rilla has no money beyond the future potential guaranteed to him by his new music producer. In the meantime, Lulu asks him to keep the house clean to the best of his abilities. Then we move back to Jukebox, who's clearing out her army gear from her bedroom. During her search, she also finds her old Butter jersey, which she also disregards. So she's putting the army in her past. She's putting Butter in her past. I loved later in the show when she met up with her friend who called the group Booty.
Her booster friend, yep, the klepto kids.
The klepto kids. That's a great name.
Because the whole gang of them.
We need DeMarcus to put that in the Mark Dark TV. That's what we're calling them now. The klepto
kids. All of their polo down. They was all fresh to death. But my husband was like, "Yo, you can't even find those pieces." He's taking pictures of those things. He was like, "Yo, I don't even know where they got those pieces." He was like, yo, he had on a double flag knit. I was like, yo, he's like, yo, you don't understand those things back then. They was like, I was like, okay, you calm down. It's all right.
You heard Cam on Saturday. He was like, I'm trying to find the
Yeah, Cam was trying to find.
find.
And it's a gang of them that's all like that. That's trying to find like vintage polo stuff, and they meet up and like go and like and show off like all their items. It's nuts.
Yep. So while making his rounds, Marvin learns about Richard and Sonny's death. He drives by the restaurant. Then the police say like, you need anything? And he's like telling them what happened here. And he finds out. He tells Rock all about it, theorizing that maybe their nephew did them, who he busted in the earlier episode, had something to do with the incident. So Rock sends him on the mission to go find him. But before he leaves, Rock tells Marvin about the Fed spying on him. And she tells him that they spotted him meeting up with Stefano Marchetti. He basically lies in the worst way possible. It was so obvious.
It was so obvious. Like, I was like, Mom, and I was like, bro, you're wrong for that, son. You're wrong.
Come
just
on,
be like,
man.
just say, yo, that nigga called me to do a job for him. That's it.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be doing that.
Yep.
He's not supposed to be doing it.
And it's not like he got paid anything extra.
For real. Like, he just got a favor. He just got a favor. But dude is still asking you for more stuff.
Right. Like, one favor. That's it. I'm not going to keep doing you favors, bro.
Facts. So he denies those claims, lying to his sister about his connection to the New York Godfather. Rock tells to Uncle Erwin about Richard and Sonny's passing, promising more security around the place. When Uncle Erwin tries to back out of the deal, Rock basically gives him a whole monologue about getting married. Like, we're in it for the long haul. Like, as soon as you jump the broom, we in it. Yo, I love when Rock just goes in on these niggas. Like,
that's the only part that she's good at.
Oh man, but we got DeMarcus in the chat who says Rock always know that Marvin is yapping and capping. Yes, she always can tell. She knows her brother way too well. Way too well.
It's crazy.
We also got here DeMarcus who says we find out that B-Rilla has a baby mama with a child. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised the way that nigga living.
But he said he took all his money and gave it to his peoples. Where your people at? Why you on homeboy couch though? Like, I shared it with my people, my baby mom. Like, why you ain't at her house? Why you at my house? He messed up my space. But I guess that's to keep him out of trouble. Just saying, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on the whole point of it all. That's all.
Oh man. We got also here next after she lied and after she muscled up Uncle Erwin, we get elsewhere. Crystal has a scary encounter as she's coming into Kanan's building, and she bumps into none other than Unique. So it seems that after his night of killing Andre, Richard, and Sonny, his ass is basically doing recon on fucking Kanan's building, because he didn't go into the apartment then. I thought on the coming attractions you see him bust into the apartment, and then you also see him walking out the building. No, this dude was scouting Kanan's apartment, waiting for somebody to go inside.
Yep. He was trying to go inside and scout out the place and see what floor he was on, because he knew he was in that building. So that's where he had to like keep a low profile and see where he was at. And no one saw him but her leaving the building.
And then she says, I saw some guy with some scary marks on his face, scary scars on his face. Like, and of course, no one's gonna know who that is.
Nope.
I wish Crystal was in the hood before this, because she would have known that was Unique. But
you definitely would have known. But what do we?
She tells Kanan about it. He reassures her and says that there is nothing to worry about. Unconvinced, she insists that he should look for a new apartment. Kanan does not want to add to the expenses, but his girlfriend is persistent, so he says, "All right, I'll go look for it, but I bet I'm not gonna like anything." Basically,
Right.
Meanwhile, you got B Rilla and Lulu. They sit down with Lowell, who is the head of the music label, to renegotiate the singer's deal with the label. Lulu asks the producer to financially aid B Rilla with his personal costs, at least for a while. However, tempers flare when he just starts talking shit, calling him a fucking Jew, and saying that you Jews just use us black folks, and this pisses off Lowell. Lulu has to kind of be the mediator between Lowell and B Rilla in this one. Then before we continue with that, you had Rock sends Andre a voice message to ask for some info on what is going on with the NYPD. She still has no idea he's dead.
And I was like, "Then we're not gonna find out about this man yet." Okay, no problem.
We probably ain't gonna find out to the next episode.
Right.
I would hope. I would hope it's at least the next episode you find out, not more than one episode, or we just forget it like Salim.
Right. No, that's her lawyer. They're not gonna forget about him. Like, she need her lawyer, so I think they're gonna like figure that part out. But eventually, like, when is the point?
She then sees a letter from Kanan's school, which states that the boy has been missing classes for a prolonged period. Back in Lowell's office, the negotiation continues on a sour footing. Eventually, Lowell just has enough of B Rilla talking shit, so he basically gives him a history lesson about how his Jewish ancestors were oppressed for years. And while it doesn't mean a whole lot to B Rilla, Lowell appreciates him just listening to him, but he made one fatal mistake. He let B Rilla know that, like his father, he keeps a bunch of his money in his house, which I think is going to lead to B Rilla robbing him. Don't you think?
I hope and pray that that's not the case, but he's a street dude, and he's a guy that's in need of money, and I think that when in desperate times, call for desperate measures. And I think that's the time where it might display and, show something that, that's going to happen for the future.
Yeah. Agreed there. I think it's inevitable at this point.
It's inevitable.
We got DeMarcus, who says Crystal also told Kanan that her mother boyfriend was handsy. When did she tell her that? I don't remember that.
Oh, that's why she wanted to move in with him, because her mom's boyfriend is handsy on him.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That's right. I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah,
yes,
that's right.
Her mom's man likes to, that unfortunately you have some mothers that will allow foolishness like that and stay with that nigga too.
Yeah, she told him that in season 3. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah. You're right.
I'm like, why is she so pressed to move in with a guy that's like also seeing other females? So, and then, but then all of a sudden,
and was very quick to forgive him for it.
Right. Like, now you're going to forgive me, and now we're going to just get an apartment. Like, but these niggas is mad young. How would they? Okay, we just go. Sorry. Finish.
Kanan's like 17 at this point.
Right. Like.
So Jukebox stops by the bar where the klepto kids are all gathered after she met up with Twin Low at BMCC, where she signed up for comic the art of comic, history of comic books, and all these ridiculous classes to kind of keep her time. A few seconds into talking with them, she realizes that they are still caught up in the business she's been trying to avoid. So she tells them, "Oh, I gotta use the bathroom," and she straight up leaves the place. I was like, "God damn, now it's fast."
I knew she's gonna run out because she's not trying to be about that life, and they trying to like pull her back in. Like, she's just trying to find herself and like trying to figure out her next moves. And going back to being a klepto is not what she want to be.
No, she not about.
She look nice though, but she don't want to be. You could buy stuff from them.
True, she could. Lulu and Rock talk frankly about their past issues after Rock joins Lulu because he gets one of his pins for his sobriety, and he tells like this very emotional story about almost committing suicide and being real
Mm-hmm.
close and looking in the mirror and realizing that who he was looking at wasn't him, but he found sympathy for that person, which allowed him to find sympathy for himself. It was a great monologue. I thought this was some of the best acting that the Lulu has done on the
Mm-hmm.
show. Like it really,
Mm-hmm.
really kind of went to like the crust of his issues with sobriety in the last season.
Yes.
They decide to focus on more positive things moving forward. While walking through the streets after leaving the bar, Jukebox stops outside of a lesbian bar. She sees all these women lined up. A charming girl named Mara walks by and invites her to go in with her. She has a good time fitting in with the bar's inhabitants. She has one friend that used to go out with an old bartender and then stopped coming, and now she's going out with the new bartender after that bartender got fired. Uh, then we got Marvin after meeting up after trying to press the nephew and try to threaten him about often Richard and Sonny. He actually realizes that he's just hearing the news and he's just finding it out when the nephew asks what about their daughter, and he just tells him no, it was just Richard and Sonny. The daughter, she's gonna be on her own. So he's like, I gotta be there for her. He's like, yeah, go be there for her, and that makes
His
Marvin
family.
think because
Mm-hmm.
he thinks about because I was wondering because whenever you watch Power, they do like the cut the basically previously on, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes
And
they'll show stuff from season 3, and that's what they
mm-hmm.
did in this episode where they
Yep.
showed Marvin was close with
Her
I
dad.
forget
The guy's
I
name.
no
The
I,
man from
I forget
from the meeting.
yeah what was his name I know Demarcus will know, so say it in the chat, but
Yeah.
yeah the homie that snitched on him
I'm about to
basically.
say the guy that
His,
snitched on him, and yeah, that dude that Marvin like opened his heart to, and like he was really reluctant to, and he let that guy get close to him, and did just for him to like snitch on him
Yeah,
for a fit.
but the daughter's name is Amber, so that makes him think about them that they are orphans now. So when he goes to basically early Tyler, he wants to get information on who hit the Chinese restaurant. He even pays him for the information, but of course Unique is paying him more, so he doesn't tell him the truth. Even though I'm sure early Tyler knew before Unique
Hmm.
even came by, that it was probably Unique who hit up the Chinese restaurant.
Right.
But he basically then asks early about his mother who works with AC, basically the child protective services, so he wants to
Hmm.
find out where Amber is. So Unique stops by Early's garage and hands him the cash that he robbed from the Golden Pavilion. The latter tells him that he's playing with fire, which Unique responds, I am fire. All right, sir. All right, sir,
Yeah.
with your
Sure.
quotes.
Right.
Marvin
Whatever.
meets Marvin meets up with his goddaughter Amber outside of her school. She is living in foster care and is super enthused to see her uncle stop by, even if it's for a brief minute. And he gives her his number as well as some money, telling her if she ever needs any help or ever is not happy with her foster parents, just give him a call. Elsewhere, you got Quan comes rolling by one of Rock's Chinese spots, confronting her directly over Richard and Sonny's death. She tells him that they need to find the right perpetrator if they are to make an example out of them. However, Quan remains impatient with Rock's slowness to get the job done, that it always takes time with her. She then decides that she's going to meet up with Joaquin. So she meets up with Marvin and decide to use Joaquin's help to solve the matter with Quan, as they need to figure out basically how they can become the connect and the supplier now.
Hmm.
Kanan keeps Crystal's word as the couple go out house hunting. After some searching, they find one apartment they find one apartment that they actually like, only to discover that the owner is racist. So that just makes that puts the battery in the back of Kanan to find a new apartment and just just prove these niggas wrong. He's like, we too
Hmm.
young or we too black? But that's some real shit. That's how
It
that
is.
shit that's
That's
just
how it
that's how
goes.
that shit used to be, or how it still goes sometimes.
So it's unfortunate. And then, and again, I they gonna do that. And then it was like, also, you guys are like not even adults yet. Like, it's like you're not gonna fuck up my shit. Like, but it was he was on some racist shit, and I would have did the same thing. Like, let's go. I don't even want to look at your little raggedy ass place.
Demarcus says, why Mara friend Monica looks like an older version of Effie, and Mara looked like Tisha Campbell.
You know what?
That nigga always got jokes. I love it. I love it. I do love it. So Rock and Marvin, they meet up. They meet up with Joaquin to talk business, who tells them that they may be interested in connecting with Draymond. If you remember, Draymond was the one who screwed them over in season 2, when she tried to basically make them a deal where she would have been their connect, and he basically jumped over their head and started speaking to old homegirl that Rock offed in season 3. On the third attempt, Kanan settles on a house that he actually does like. They pay extra fees to the agent to expedite the paperwork and process. So he's like, how about we pay you a non-refundable deposit? And niggas like, okay, take the money. It's gonna be
money
great.
In his pocket. Ain't no credit check. You don't know nothing about us. This is it. That's all you're gonna get.
Love it.
Man,
Love it.
look. Giving these a whole children.
Fire Driver Finisher says, happened to some Mexicans too. They always looking to try to deport us, whether we're legal or not. Goddamn shame.
It's just the they're threatened by us. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I can think of, Pile Driver. That's something that we've been living through and we're going to have to live through, I think, forever, which is unfortunate.
It's the life we live. That's the life we're living. In the meantime, you get Unique is spying on a woman and a child from his car, and we notice that it's Pranessa and his son. So he's like spying on them, but then he goes to the mailbox and he actually leaves them some of the money that he stole from the Golden Pavilion. The whole Thomas family then gathers for dinner at Joyce's house. Outside, Kanan is flagged by his mom, who shows him his plummeting attendance record at school. Kanan states that he is done with school before heading back inside. Before that, we had Kanan and Jukebox. They met at the pizza shop, and they were talking about basically her leaving the army and why she did it, and that she likes girls, and if anybody gives a fuck about it, they can handle it with me. And Kanan's like, yeah, you go, girl. You go, girl. That's fucking right. But they also talk about where's famous. Yeah, they say where's famous, and Kanan basically heard what Marvin heard, that he started talking and he felt like he said too much, so he went out and bailed. He tried to talk to his mother, but he don't know what his mother was feeling, if famous said anything about him, and basically Jukebox is on the same shit as Lulu was in the last episode, where she was like, nah, that ain't Fame. Famous ain't like that. Famous ain't a snitch like that. He wouldn't be caught dead saying your name to no 50. So
right, and especially
who do you think is right?
Listen, you'll be surprised how they persuade people. But I don't. Famous was caught in a corner because Famous knew he was doing some foul shit, and I hope he doesn't snitch, but I feel like he's probably somewhere hiding and snitched, and said some shit. Because they had him back because he don't want to go to jail. He can't do jail. That nigga don't want to do.
My only thing is, I think that Fame would snitch on Ronnie before Kanan.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. Yes, for sure. But Ronnie dead now, so does he even know that though? That's the question. Does anybody even know?
Who knows?
But actually they do know because they said they put it on Howard. Remember?
Yeah, they put it on Howard after they both died in the same place, basically.
So maybe they was like, oh, yeah, your information was wrong, and now you need to tell us the real truth or something. I don't know. Damn, that's a great question.
Project Finisher says, I think Famous is a rat that might be the twist. I think that Famous might have said something about the Thomas family. I don't think he said anything about Kanan
Or
specifically,
Rock. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think the twist is that he's already dead.
Damn.
And then we're gonna get that. Maybe that's another thing that we're waiting on episode 5. I think by episode 5, we gotta know if Famous is dead and where he is, and we
Right.
need Rock to find out about Unique being behind all these
We
hits on her business.
absolutely needed to happen like immediately.
And that is true. That is true, DeMarcus. He said Famous dry snitched in the song 411. Famous is always dry snitching in his songs. Remember, the streets need a body?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
4 quarters and 2 dimes.
And now every time someone hear that damn song, they be like, "Oh, where's Famous? Where's Famous?" It's so sad. He gets so famous, and now he ain't even here to shut up. This song ain't even all that. Knock it off. It's terrible.
Streets, nah, 411. That's a bop. What's the 411? What's the 411? I like. That was a bop. That was a bop. It wasn't as much of a bop as Streets Need a Body. Streets Need a Body might be the best original song from a power show ever. Meanwhile, you get Unique. He jumps OC while he breaks into Kanan's apartment. He takes him at gunpoint while the Thomas family sits down for dinner. We close the door. We don't know if OC is dead or not. I was like, God damn, we barely knew you.
Right.
It was like, please don't off this kid. Please, come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Joyce, as they're sitting down at the table, she tries to question Lulu about what he's been up to since coming out of rehab and trying to stay on the straight and narrow. She tries to question Jukebox since coming back to the army, and then finally Joyce tells them about her cancer. And unfortunately, rocking shit. It does not go down well with Raquel Thomas, who storms out of the room while the rest of the family processes the news. Kanan feels hurt knowing that he was the one who came up with the idea, but he should have just listened to this grandmother. His grandmother said, he was like, I can't tell them because they will make it all about themselves. But you have the difference between Rock and the other siblings is Marvin went through his whole issue where he went through the anger management. He met the lady that he got close to. He got that whole relationship. He had to redeem himself with Jukebox as well. He went through went down to the bottom and had to pick himself up, went down to the bottom again and had to pick himself up again to get where he is at today. So he heard the information and he just stood quiet. He was trying to process it. They've been given the tools to process information like this. Same with Lulu. Lulu went to the bottom last season with his sobriety and being in rehab, and he's learned the tools to process things instead of reacting the same way he would have reacted in the last season. You saw all the interactions between him and Joyce in season 3. They were all bad, but this time he took the information and he heard it. Rock has never gone down to the bottom. Rock has never been down at the bottom. Rock is always on top, and usually she's stepping on people to get to the top. So she has to make it about herself because she ain't shit.
Yep. Anytime she's feeling a little bit of an inkling of like she's like dipping or falling or losing something, she just goes and double cross someone else or steps on them and makes it hers. So for her to now make this whole scene about her was just like, sis, like the lady is dying already. She's just trying to like make a wrong a right, and just trying to like be with her family in her last days because she doesn't even know like when it's going to happen. And it's sad and unfortunate. Like, it's your mom. Like, you only get one mother. Like, whatever, it don't even matter like what she is. That's your mom at the end of the day. And you made this about you. And that's unfortunate. Like, everyone else all processed it and was like, okay, let's just talk about, let's see what's gonna, like, what's, everyone is like processing. Even like you seen Jude was like sitting there just like, what? Like you know what's happening. Like, and you just had to make this big old scene and like, it's not you. Your mom, like, She already suffering. Like she didn't even want to do that. And it did make Kanan feel like shit. Like he just tried to just try to not have a whole bunch of lies, keep lies on top of like a house full of lies.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to make things better in this family. And that's why this family is like this. Mainly because of
Exactly.
Rock. Mainly because of Rock. Mainly Rock. It's her. So yeah.
Yeah, Rock is really kind of, you could tell she's kind of been, at first, I think her getting into the business was her trying to pull the family up, especially after kind of Marvin messed up his business when he was running things. But like, by the more powerful that she's gotten in the game, the more she has tear this family apart. And she's really part of the reason why we saw the fall of Marvin, and Marvin had to get his redemption, and we saw the fall of Lulu, and Lulu's working on his redemption right now, and all the issues with Kanan in the game, and all, probably the only person whose issues that we've seen unfold in these 4 seasons of Raising Kanan that she wasn't directly involved in or a reason for is only Jukebox. That's it.
Yep. Exactly.
That's unfortunate. I just want to know, though, we're going to have to figure out another thing. We're going to have to find out is what's the crust of the issue between Joyce and Rock. Like, we know that Joyce has been abusive to them with the beatings that probably went a little far, but it has to be something else that is the reason why Rock reacted this way.
But even all the boys, they said that she was like a terrible mom or whatever, like that she wasn't she wasn't like the best, and they would always just come and just give her money and they would just leave. Like they just would make sure she was okay, but then that would be it. Like they don't have any Sunday dinners, or they don't talk to her. Like just give me my damn money, motherfucker, and then she'd leave. Like that's what she did last season. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you still the same old Joyce, like he's still the same old Ma, like. But yeah, I wish they would go into depth of maybe they will, because and I think she also lashed out because she's also doesn't know how to show her feelings, so she lashes out at people and she turns people away.
Yeah, that's also true.
I think that's it's a trade-off. I think she's hurting and be like, oh snap, like my mom is and I can't do anything about it, so let me just lash out. I can't fix it. She wants to be a fixer.
We got DeMarcus. It says, do you think that Joyce Thomas church member touched Rock when Rock was younger for Rock's first abortion? I mean, that is a good theory. Or maybe one of Joyce's boyfriends after Elijah passed away, maybe. Because I think if it's a church member, that's drawing too close to what Jukebox went through with her mother. Right. In season 2? So I think that's drawing too close to there, but maybe it could be something along the lines of maybe like a boyfriend or someone when she was younger that caused her to get that first abortion.
Yep.
We also got DeMarcus, who says, if you smell what the Rock is cooking. Hill version of Raquel Thomas, Rock crashed out and threw a temper tantrum. Yeah, this was really like a kid temper tantrum.
Yes, that's it. It's a lash out. It's a lash out for attention, for help. Like I think it's more. I think it was more her feelings, and she didn't know how to convey them and talk about it, because they don't. This is not a family that talks to each other. They talk at each other, but they don't talk to each other. And I feel like she just didn't know how to know how to compress her feelings, so she just lashed out and she just leaves.
Pretty much. That's Rock for you. That's how Rock rolls. But yes, let us know in the chat. Of course, we made it to the end of this episode, so let's hear what you thought overall of this week's episode of Raising Kanan. Give us your MVP, your LVP out of 10. What did you give episode 3, Bygones? And of course, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle for me and Miss Krssi Love for Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 3, Bygones, in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up from both of us. Miss Krssi Love, out of 10, what did you give this week's show?
I give it an 8.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. This was a good episode. I love
better than the last 2.
I love Power Book 3 because they know the right way to balance multiple storylines. Because like in comparison to my review from yesterday with Daredevil Born Again, Daredevil Born Again, to recap that show, you just have two streamlined stories to tell.
Right,
There's the
right.
story of Daredevil, there's a story of Kingpin. That's
Yeah.
very simple to recap. With
Yeah.
Power, you have so many different characters that have storylines. You got Marvin on the search for Richard and Sonny and what happened there, and he's interacting with Early Tyler, and he's interacting with the nephew, and he's interacting with his goddaughter. Then you got Lulu, who's dealing with P. Rilla and Lowell at the record label. Then you got Kanan with Crystal and his business. Also, he's got the whole thing with Snaps and Pop that he's probably going to get into in the next episode. Then you got Marvin also got the whole thing with Stefano and doing all his work over there. We still don't know how Stefano is going to respond to him killing the bookie. You got Jukebox dealing with, she had the girlfriend, she had the army, now she's got a whole new clique of lesbians and the klepto kids. So like there's so many different stories going on, and then you have the family itself going on with Joyce. Then you got Rock got her business attack, her lawyer's been killed, her Chinese restaurant been hit, she had to press the Uncle Irwin and stuff like that. She just had an abortion, and then you got Unique in all of his story of trying to take down Rock's business and everything going on over there. There's just so many different characters that you see how they intertwine with one another, but it's so many different stuff going on in the episodes.
Wait, did you touch on Unique getting in Kanan's apartment?
Yeah. And pressing OC. We was like, we just had you, OC. Like, we just met you, OC. DeMarcus does mention that he thinks Unique kidnapped OC just like he did Juliana in what was that, season 2.
Okay, I was say I hope you don't do nothing to OC. Like, we just got him. Like, that's his boy.
He gonna probably kidnap him and be like, "Yo, Kanan, give me your money. Give me all the drug money that you got."
Yeah, and then that's when Kanan and Rock gonna be like, "Yo, somebody's really hitting us," and like, what's happening?
Yeah. We got DeMarcus, who gives this episode a thumbs up. He gives it an 8 out of 10. Power Drive Finishers going with a 7.5 out of 10. Miss Krssi Love, what did you give who was the MVP of this episode?
I gave my MVP to Lou.
Lou, yeah, that's a good shout. I'm gonna give it to, well, I wanted to give it to Marvin, but he did lie to Rock, and I can't give it to Rock for sure. No, you know what? I'm gonna give it a rare case. I'm gonna give it to Kanan. Kanan got a new apartment. He's not shitting where he eats anymore. He's actually growing up and learning some shit. Honorable mention to Crystal, because she's the one
kind of pushing him. There. Yeah,
but Kanan was about his shit and got the apartment, so he's moving in the right direction, even though probably OC's gone. Who was the LVP for this episode for you, Krssi?
That's the easy one. That's Rock.
I mean, there was a lot of options in this episode. Richard and Sonny, yeah, but OC. OC,
yeah.
But yeah, it's Rock. That response.
It's Rock. It's just being selfish and just like Yeah.
It's gotta be Rock in this one. Even you know what? I'm changing my MVP pick. It's not Kanan. It's actually Jukebox. Jukebox for getting out of the army the way she did, for bailing on the klepto kids because they were just going to drag her back to a business that she didn't want to go in. And now she's found her people that she's more comfortable with. Yeah. Jukebox is my MVP. Not Crystal, not Kanan. I'm giving it to Jukebox. But LVP, yeah, it's got to be Rock for me. Got to be Rock this week. Even though Rock is one of my favorite moms, even though she ain't shit. But we've made it to the end of another one of our reviews here. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us live. Thank you if you're watching us on demand. We'll be back here, I guess, next Monday to review episode 4 for season 4 of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. And we're about to hit the halfway mark, which you always know with Power. They hit us big. They hit us big with the halfway mark. So looking forward to the next 2 episodes here. Krssi Love, we got some stuff to do. Another TV show to review though later this week because we're back. Dark Side of the Ring. Dark Side of the Ring season 6. Season 6 starts tomorrow. So Wednesday, are you free to do that? Wednesday, we're gonna be there. Probably I could do. Can you do 2:05?
I think I should be able to do the 2:05. Yeah.
All right, so Wednesday, 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be on the True Hill Heat Wrestling YouTube channel to review Dark Side of the Ring, Season 6, Episode 1, Hell in a Cell, talking all about Mankind versus The Undertaker from King of the Ring 1998. So join us for that. We'll be back here next Monday to review Raising Kanan Season 4, Episode 4. And of course, if you like more TV reviews, we're also here Sundays with Daredevil Born Again Season 1 reviews as well. But Miss Krssi Love, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and when they'll see you again.
Hey guys, you will see us back here on Wednesday for the Dark Side of a Ring review. Other than that, you can follow me, Krssi Love _1, True Hill Krssi Love, or just my plain name. And see you guys then, and then see you on Saturday.
Indeed. Yes, I will. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. You can follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Hill Heat. Patreon.com/True Hill Heat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. That's the best way to support us when we are not live here on the wrestling YouTube channel. I will be back on True Hill Heat main channel tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, with Rated Raw review, reviewing today's Monday Night Raw. Remember, guys, it starts at 4 p.m. Eastern on Netflix.
Yes, I forgot.
That takes place from Glasgow, Scotland. We'll see John Cena and Cody Rhodes in the ring again. Penta versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. So make sure you enjoy that and join us for the review tomorrow on the main channel. But in the meantime, between time, check out everything we got here on the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel. We got our Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 4 Episodes 1 and 2 review. We got all the Daredevil reviews that you can enjoy for Season 1. Episodes 1 and 2, Season 1, Episode 3. We also did Season 1, Episode 4 review. Myself and Corey Bennett had a lot of fun talking all about Daredevil meeting up with the Punisher this week and the devil coming out of Matt Murdock. So go over and check that out right now if you haven't already. Go over and check out myself and Miss Krssi Love on the True Hill Heat flagship podcast with Cam Hawkins as our special guest. Of course, the True Draw Josh was with us. We'll be back on Saturday, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time with another edition of the flagship. And we got plenty for you to enjoy over there with AE Ramble and everything in between. True Hill Heat Cut will drop today where we discuss with Lyric Wrestling, will women ever headline an AEW pay-per-view? So go over and check that out. That's going to drop later today. But me and Krssi will be back with y'all live on Wednesday on the main channel, 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time, to review Dark Side of the Ring Season 6 premiere, talking about Hell in a Cell. We appreciate y'all for joining us live today, and we'll be with you soon.
Dada,
Yeah, you want to say hi?
my dress is wet.
Your dress is wet. Why is it wet?
On there, I went to put another one.
You said hi to Krssi?
I could see it. My
You done? I'm gonna be out in 1 second, okay? All right. See, y'all got a special appearance from Harlem and a for Miss Krssi Love. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been our Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 4 Episode 3 Bygones review. We are signing off until next time.
Laters.